Hello, my name is Shelby Hedges, and this is my informative speech. Having the opportunity to perform musicals in the public education system is a blessing by itself. But being asked by Disney and Music Theater International to be the first high school to ever perform Mary Poppins on her own stage is one of the rarest opportunities in the world. My purpose of this speech is to inform my audience about the process of preparing to perform a musical production. I will be talking about the audition process, the rehearsal process, and what Hell Week means in the theater community. First, I will talk about the auditioning process for a musical. According to stage manager Emily Dreek, now that director Jennifer Hemme has chosen a musical to perform, she will then select a choreographer, a stage manager, band director, music director, and lighting technician director. Once she has all those people in place, she will next set out a couple of days and times for auditioning people for the cast of Mary Poppins. Going into the auditioning process, according to Emily Dreek, director Jennifer Hemme already has a set of actors in mind who she would want to play each role in the production. However, it is never as it seems. Once they finish the singing portion of the auditions, Emily Dreek states that the director creates a personal list of people who she looks out for during the dance portion of the audition process. Her list helps her to determine whether or not these actors who she wants to portray a role can sing and dance well. After seeing all the people who auditioned during the dance break, Emily Dreek claims that they select a slim few to stay and learn a tap sequence, knowing that if they pass the tap portion, they are in the show. One of the main things they worry about are the amount of people auditioning who cannot dance. There somehow is always fewer people who know how to follow a dance routine than those who can sing a tune. According to Emily Dreek, the next Friday after the audition is when the director, in this case Jennifer Hemme, posts the cast list. Now that I've talked about the audition process, I will talk about the first cast meeting, the busy rehearsal schedule, and all the other things in between that the cast and crew members will be experiencing. The first cast meeting is held less than a week after the cast list goes up. According to Jenny Slattery from the book The Stage Manager's Toolkit, Templates and Communication Techniques to Guide Your Theater Production from First Meeting to Final Performance, written by professional stage manager Lori Kinkman, the beginning is a crucial time because, as Kinkman explains in her book, communication is the most important characteristic for a successful stage manager, which is also an important characteristic for the cast and crew also to learn. The next important thing are the vocal rehearsals that are held almost 5 days a week, depending on your role. They are long, tedious hours of standing up and sitting back down. You repeat a part over and over again until it is embedded into your memory. According to an article written by Richard Turtle, stage managing director David Vanderlip states that the directors always expect professional standards, and that is what the cast and crew give. Once a whole song is learned, it's a sigh of relief and a check-off from the list of things that are needing to be finished. According to Emily Dreek, during the rehearsal process, the stage manager deals with everything else going on behind the scenes. Once vocal rehearsals end, the cast members begin the dance rehearsals. Choreographer Greg Cotta has to arrange and choreograph multiple songs and scenes for the company to learn in 2 months for Mary Poppins. 2 months is not enough time, so 6-day-a-week rehearsals that last all day help to make the amount of time to learn a number smoother. When the pieces come together and you see the pride and surprise in their faces, the payoff comes. Choreographer Madison Costa says, "Behind the scenes, the production has to deal with safety precautions, in this show's case, for Bert and Mary, when they fly off and onto the stage. Flying was a highlight of the show. However, safety came first before anything else. Most costumes were made by the company, and the costume design volunteers gave their own time sewing together costumes." Now that I've talked about the easy part of the rehearsal process, I will finally talk about Hell Week and what that all comes down to. Hell Week is the week before the show is first premiered. Stage manager Emily Dreek states that Hell Week involves continuous stop-and-go run-throughs that require adding the smaller details into the show. Emily Dreek also states that what that means for the stage manager is a lot of organizing, coffee, and running around making sure everyone is in the right places. Emily Dreek also explains that for the cast and crew, it is also all about perfecting the scenes. Stress, nerves, and adrenaline come into play because you don't want to be the actor or technician who who ruins the scene when you are so close to premiering the show. Rehearsals are in full costume and makeup and run-throughs last hours. According to Emily Drake, publicity and previews for the show consist of having the cast leads promote the musical on the local news with interviews and dancing. A lot of ad time on the air, putting up posters, and attending events to hand out flyers help in promoting the musical. The final product ended up being a huge success, Emily Drake explained. Opening night was relieving after all this time and energy that took place for that one night. In conclusion, I discussed the audition process, the rehearsal process, and what happens during the final week before the show begins. A show cannot go on without a group of people known as the cast and crew who make up a team to make a production like this go off with a bang. Having a strong, well-oiled machine, like we did, really did help to set the bar high as we proved to not only Disney and Music Theater International, but also to ourselves that anything can happen if you let it. Thank you.